So here's one of the later ones in this packet about the fourth degree equations. And so what I did is I started working on it, and I came up with these rational roots, and notice there's fractions in there because the possible roots for 2, negative 2 is plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and then for 4 I've got those 3. So I mean, it could be 1, it could be 1 from the 1s, it could be 1s from the 2s, it could be 1/4, it could be 1/2. A lot of work. I'm going to show you the shortcut that I'll use. If it doesn't happen easy, I'll jump to this shortcut. So what I did is I threw that graph into my calculator, and I noticed, oh, here is a double root, and I'm thinking, since it crosses, it's going to be a real answer, a rational root. So that would be 1/2, and it's certainly looking like 1/2. So it looks like there's a double root at 1/2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do synthetic division using 1/2 twice. And what that'll do is that'll remove that double root, and then I'll see what's left here. So let's do that. So let's get that out of the way. I guess I can do my work right here. So I'm going to do 1/2, get rid of red ink. So 1/2 I'm going to use 4 and -4 and -7 and 8 and -2. And 4 times 1/2 is 2 and -2, and that's -1. That gives me -8, which is -4, which gives me 4, and half of that is -2, positive 2, and that cancels out to 0. So there's one of the double roots, and now I'm just going to substitute in 1/2 again. So bring down the 4. 4 times 1/2 is 2. 2 times 1/2 is, then we're going to add those, 0. 0 times 1/2 is 0. Add that again, -8. -8 times 1/2 is -4, which is 0. So I've just taken care of the double roots. So I know that I'm going to have, let's see if I can slide this all up and get this out of the way. I know I'm going to have, now from this earlier in the work, let's make sure you understand that since I know x is, one of the roots is 1/2, the factor is going to be 2 times x equals 1, or 2x minus 1 will be the factor. And there's 2 of them there because I used 1/2 twice. Then I've got this 4x squared minus 8. And I'm going to try to factor that. Well, I'm going to factor out of 4 because there's a GCF of 4. And x squared minus 2 is not going to factor. So what do I have for my factors? Well, let's see here. I've got 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1. I'm going to be lazy and write that as squared. I've got this x squared minus 2. And then I've got this 4 coming along for the ride. So that's all the factors. That's the fully factored form. Now I'm going to decide about my zeros. Well, 1 0 was actually 1/2 counted twice, so that's rational. It's also a double root, but we won't worry about that here. Now my other zeros. I know that x squared minus 2 has to equal 0. So does an x squared equal 2? And that means x would have to equal plus or minus the square root of 2. And those, of course, because I've got square roots in it, those are irrational answers. And if you checked on your calculator, you would see that this is the negative square root of 2, and that's the positive square root of 2. And that's where they're all coming from. Okay, so we used technology to help make our algebra work a lot easier. So that's what you should try to do. In fact, you're probably okay with doing that with all these fourth degree equations.